Move.
Hi, welcome back, guys. My name is Celia Blackwell. Welcome back to my channel. On today's topic, guys, I want to talk about when you have unresolved childhood trauma. Unresolved childhood trauma, what can that do to you? As as a woman that is going through that, let me tell you, I have firsthand knowledge, okay, guys? So I'm going to talk briefly about it, and I am going to give you some tools that could help you guys overcome that. I don't know, for those that are new to my channel, on my previous videos, I have talked about being an individual who was raised in foster care. Well, before I was raised in foster care, I was molested by my dad, thrown into foster care for 13 years, and endured a lot of nonsense at the hands of other adults and kids. And just not really doing the work on myself, that unresolved childhood trauma bled into my relationships with people, in my relationships with how I parent my children, and it also bled in how I look at myself. And so what unresolved childhood trauma will do, it will cause you to be depressed. It will cause you to not have positive coping mechanism skills. For me, I ran to smoking weed, drinking heavily, being in and out of relationships, seeking love in all the wrong places with these men. Excuse me. Not knowing how to appropriately set boundaries, being passive aggressive, being overly masculine, sometimes too feminine, just not having a balance overall with things. And it just made for a terrible life. On top of the fact that I was born into this world, a chosen individual, so I didn't understand that, the devil was on my scalp since birth, and some of these issues, some of these experiences I had were destined to take me slam up out of here. But I just thank God for His hand upon my life, and what has been getting me through that, y'all, is just that, the hand of God on my life, purposing in my heart to align myself up with God's will. That's what it's gonna be, y'all. There's no way around it. Aligning yourself with the will of God, knowing why you are here. I am a prophetic evangelist, which means God gives me prophetic words of knowledge for other people, for what's going on in the world, for myself. He just downloads me with everything. I have a gift of hearing, a gift of knowing, gift of healing, and all sorts of different gifts. But see, I didn't realize any of that because I never took time out to get to know myself because of my unhealed trauma. I was in and out of just stupid nonsense, y'all, and I'm pretty sure you guys can attest to it, whomever is listening and had a trifling upbringing, who was molested. What happens when we are molested, that spirit of perversion gets put inside of us. And here we go growing up thinking that this is what we're supposed to be doing. It is nothing but a dirty spirit that has us going toward these things. And it's not what it's going to do. What it's going to take is for us to be delivered, y'all. You're going to have to get up under a ministry, with a deliverance ministry preferably, and you're going to have the elders lay hands and cast those spirits out of you. For those of us who are spiritually inclined, you can do this yourself. But however, it is definitely necessary to have other people, who you trust and who are more familiar in the spirit realm, because sometimes, if you aren't willing to give up, surrender all, them demons is going to be like, wait a minute, Paul I know, Silas I know, like in the Bible, but who are you? The devil can't cast out itself. So that's why it's good to go to elders to get these spirits casted out of you. It's definitely necessary, y'all. It can't happen no other way, because if not, you're going to be going around the same mountain, you're going to be doing the same cycle of in and out of stupid, toxic relationships, and it's only because of that dirty spirit that's in you. Again, yielding to the things of God, surrendering your life to Christ, surrendering your will, your way to Christ's ways, having a reverence for God. We're losing that in the world. We're losing that. People just don't give a flip what they do anymore. But having a reverence for God, which means being fearful of doing things that He doesn't like, stealing, killing, fornicating. For me, it was fornicating. God doesn't like for us to be having sex with all these individuals, Because what happened, ladies, is, since we are receivers, we take on these guys' spirits. We're taking on Jane, Joe, Tasha, Quenisha's spirit. And we sit here wondering why we can't think straight. Because not only do we got issues that we're handling within ourselves, our own stuff, we taking on his issues and the women that he's been sleeping with issues. So, again, that's why God doesn't like fornicating. A lot of other things people cling to, alcohol and drugs. That's not going to do nothing but have you out here looking goofy. I can attest to it. I thank God for his deliverance over my life, his hand over my life. Because I was once that individual getting turned up in the club looking stupid. Or get turned up in liquor houses, or with people that get turned up, and then you end up acting all out of character. And people looking at you like, wait a minute, weren't you just talking about the things of God? And look at her now, y'all. Check her out. So again, delivering that dirty spirit out of your body is really what's going to help you be healed and whole. Fasting and praying, is going to help as well. But again, in order for that to happen, finding a really good, solid fivefold ministry, deliverance ministry, is going to help. Along with that, there's so much information out here. We spend our time on these phones anyway, y'all. There's so many different things out here that can help us aid in healing. I had childhood trauma, and a lot of other post-traumatic stress trauma. I endured a trifling marriage, guys. The only thing that was beautiful that came out of it was my twin boys. And I'm still going through things with that situation. I'm divorced, but, that's a whole other story for on a different day. But, yeah, I don't want to get off on a tangent about what the meaning of this video is about. But, really having unhealed trauma will cause you to not reach your fullest potential. And I believe that I had to go through what I had to go through. And I have the gifts that I have and the knowledge that I have to help individuals like yourself to come out of that, to get help, to want to seek help. Because it is possible. I have such a joy, y'all, in God. And mind y'all, I'm not where I want to be. Coming to God is not gonna magically cause everything to be erased. But there's such a peace in knowing that I am well on my way to where God would want me to be. In the Bible, I don't know what scripture it is, and I apologize. But it says that he wishes above all things that we prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. And just knowing that is soon to come is what gives me joy. It gives me the strength to continue on. Because ladies, I know you want a husband. I know you want to be fulfilled. I know you, even if you don't want to be a husband, you want to be happy. You don't want to keep going, 1 minute you're feeling this way and the next you're feeling that way. And your goals, you're having a hard time reaching your goals, and you can't do this right, you can't do that right. And it's because of some certain things that was unaddressed. If you don't get delivered from those spirits, it can cause your whole life to be in a disarray. I'm going to be posting more videos about step by step what to do and how to deliver yourself out of such. But for the sake of time and for the sake of the introduction to what I'm about to start doing, I just want to give you guys the basis of what it is. And yeah, so being delivered, surrendering, surrendering. I gotta do some more throat chakras. Y'all hear that? I got phlegm in my throat, and what I'm learning is a throat chakra situation. And that's another thing too, y'all, that's out there for you guys to listen to not even listen to. Well, you have videos to listen to. There's different energy levels within our bodies. And, trauma, unresolved trauma can keep trapped energy, trapped purposes within your body. And my thing was I was scared to speak out. I didn't have a voice, going through all that trifling crap in the past. And in my adult life, I didn't have a voice. I was scared. I thought what I wanted to say, people didn't want to hear it. And to this day, I still have an issue with speaking up about certain things. But to God be the glory. I'm pushing past it. Okay? Because I want to be a blessing. I want to be obedient. And yeah, I just want to help someone, even if it's just one person. I don't care. I want you to know that you're able to get through this. God got our backs, y'all. He got our fronts. He got our sides. When the enemy try to come in as a flood, God will lift up a standard. There's nothing that the devil can do. There's nothing. He should have took you out a long time ago. But you know, I know that's how I feel about myself. He should have got me back when I was out there cutting food. Because right now, I'm moving forward. And I just praise God for it. I thank God for what He's doing in my life, and I thank God for what He's doing in your life and what He wants to do in you guys' life. Cling on to the things of God, y'all. Cling on to the things of God. We are living in the last and evil days, okay? And giving in to fleshly desires will not do nothing but have you somewhere 6 feet under, or having you somewhere in a mental hospital, okay? Be encouraged. Know that the best is yet to come. We're going to get through this. And until the next video, guys, I love y'all. And be blessed.